Hello, hello, hello. I am back. For those of you who were here earlier, I had a situation I had to take care of, but I'm back right now. So we're going to get started. Um, we're going to get started and talk about the dark night of the soul. So, what is the dark night of the soul? How does it affect you? What you need to do when it comes to you, and how you can see yourself through it. So I, of course, want to welcome you. And forgive me, I'm on my laptop trying to record here. Oh, there it is. Okay. So, of course, I want to welcome you for being here. It is my pleasure as the presenter of this particular event to present this very important and very intricate topic to you today. My name is Latanya K. Austin, or Tanya K. Austin, Coach Tanya, better known as Coach Tanya. And I am a spiritual awakening, a self-esteem, and a self-love life coach. I am the owner of the Trauma Recovery Room. And the reason I started my business was because of the trials and tribulations that I experienced. I wanted to fix the problem, and I actually started trying to fix my toxic, narcissistic, abusive ex-husband. And on that journey of me trying to fix him, I discovered things about myself that I didn't even know existed and that I wanted to fix about myself. There's a scripture in the Bible that tells you have to pretty much get whatever it is out of your own eye before you can get it out of somebody else's eye. So on that journey of trying to repair his brokenness, I actually repair my own brokenness. So during that journey, I discovered all about narcissism, empaths, and boundaries, all of those things that I lacked. And because I lacked those things, I started to dig a little bit deeper to find out why I lacked them. One of the major reasons why I was experiencing a lot of the things that I experienced was because of the dark night of the soul. Now, I didn't know what the dark night of the soul was, of course, when I was going through it, but during my journey of learning and exploring and finding out things, I began to understand what the dark night of the soul is, how it affects you, and what you can do to see yourself and to see your way through it. So that's pretty much why I put this event together today, because I know that there are so many people out there that are experiencing these things that we're going to talk about today, and they don't even know what it is. But before I get started, I want to say congratulations for those of you who did sign up for this event today. You do qualify for all of the free things that I have offered on the event page. But in addition to that, you're also going to get a $25 gift card from my website. So I'm going to put that information up here for you to see. So I've gone ahead and put that information up there for you to see. And you're going to drop your emails below so that I can get that gift card and all of the other wonderful things that I have planned for you. All of the free gifts that are available for you to go ahead and get into to enjoy. So, of course, I want to talk about my body creams and things business, which I actually started because I started it because I needed some income. I wanted to generate some revenue, and I wanted to be creative in doing that revenue generation. And the quickest thing for me to think of was something that bothered me. something that I wanted to resolve on my own, that I can put my own magic touch in and to fix it, not just for me, but for other people. So on my journey of recovery and healing, I discovered about intention candles, which I also do candles as well. And then on that journey, I discovered about body creams. And when I found out about body creams and body butters and lotions and all of that and soaps, it just took off from there. So what it is with the body creams and things business, I have a mission of saving 1 million lives. And that's with my mission overall, totally, just as a person. But with that 1 million souls that I want to change, I decided to add, not only do I want to change your soul, but I want to clear your skin. I suffered from acne as a kid and it tore up my self-esteem. So I want to put an end to that. Allow people to find solutions to their skincare problems so that they can begin to love the skin that they're in. So you definitely want to let me know if you're interested in joining the Healthy Skincare Challenge, because what it is you join my membership and you get a monthly subscription for you to be able to maintain your holistic skincare. So enough about that. Again, if you drop your email below, then I'm definitely going to also, let me drop the website so you guys can go ahead and check out the website. Shoot. If you drop your emails below, you definitely can one second. Okay, so you definitely, once you drop that email below, you can definitely gain access to that gift card, and you can go on the website, check out the items that you may want to get with your $25 gift card, and then you're going to put your order in. I'm going to give you that code before the end of the show. So let us get on started. Let's get on started. So what is the dark night of the soul? Many of you may have heard of it, and you may have some understanding of what it is, and some of you may have never heard of it, and you just absolutely knew that the description of what I was talking about in this event just fit whatever it is that you were going through. So what the dark night of the soul is, what I can say plainly put, it is a call from your messenger to wake you up. We are oftentimes so asleep, spiritually asleep that is, and we're walking zombies. We don't even know what it is that we're supposed to do. We don't know what our purpose is. We don't know what we need for ourselves, and we're lost. We're spiritually lost. We're spiritually deceased. And that's never a good thing, because when you walk around as a spiritual zombie, when you are unaware of those things that you need to be doing in order for you to have a fabulous life or the best life, then you are definitely not walking in your true purpose, and you're definitely not happy. Now, the thing about the dark night of the soul is some people are actually in the best part of their lives and things start breaking down. Why is that? Why is it that you can have a good life and things are great and shit start falling apart? Why? Because there was some point in your life, even in the midst of the good, where you were not happy, and your soul grabbed a hold of that, and it set up your life from there for you to be able to manifest what it is that your soul desires, your true soul desire is in life. We oftentimes think that what we have is what we want, but our soul knows best. I have a episode or podcast or whatever, I do my Facebook lives where I do the soul knows, where I talk about those things that are real to us, but we oftentimes overlook, or we oftentimes just ignore. So I talk about things like the dark night of the soul. I talk about those things where we talk about the higher self and how you can achieve the real you. I know I'm 45 years old, but it took me 45 years to learn to fully love me. That's because I've experienced so many things in my past that took me away from who I really was. So the dark night of the soul came on in and rescued me. Now, granted, it was a rough journey. Granted, it hurt like hell. And granted, I lost everything. But we oftentimes give the devil too much credit. The dark night of the soul may resemble that of the enemy or that of the devil or evil spirits, but in fact, it really is not. The dark night of the soul has 3 key points that I want to talk about today. And I'm talking about the devil because the dark night of the soul comes to kill, steal, and destroy. We often think that the devil comes to kill, steal, and destroy, and we give too much credit to this devil. There are things that we have done in our lives that created energy, that manifested into outcomes or circumstances or consequences that we do not like, and they shift right back onto us. So if you want to call that the devil, then that is the devil, I guess, if that's what you want to say. But the 3 things, the 3 key points about the dark night of the soul definitely resembles the enemy. And I believe firmly that it has been taught to us the incorrect way. So it's not that the devil doesn't exist, because we are devils ourselves when we interact in a negative energy or a negative force way. That's what the devil really truly is. But the dark night of the soul comes to kill your false beliefs. It comes to kill those hidden truths that you have been keeping behind or keeping tucked away. It comes to kill all of the desires that you have to continue to suffer in silence. The dark night of the soul comes to steal away the misperceptions that we've had all of our lives. Those misconcepts, those beliefs that are not true. The dark night of the soul comes to steal those away from you. The dark night of the soul comes to destroy all the bad karma, all of the things that need to come to full circle. The dark night of the soul destroys all of those things, so that guilt, that shame, that embarrassment, all of those things that you have kept hidden in your life, those things that you have allowed to destroy the sanctity of the real you, those things that you have allowed to come and take from you, parts and bits and pieces. And not that when I say allow, I was abused as a kid. I've been raped. I've been tortured physically through a relationship. And I'm not saying allow like you just said. Oh, come on. I'm not saying that. But I'm saying because we've experienced those things, particularly as a kid, when we grow up, we allow ourselves to continue to endure those things because we are bonded with our trauma. And until we get through that, we will continue to allow things to come in to kill, steal, and destroy us. So the dark night of the soul, which is a message from your creator for your soul to start taking that journey of where you really want to be. So the dark night of the soul is your map. It is your GPS system, your internal GPS system that is going to lead you to where you were truly, truly, truly designed to be. The dark night of the soul doesn't just change your mind or change your life, but it transforms, which is much greater than a change. A transformation is something that's permanent. It's a scar inside of your mind, a good scar, which means it's permanent. It does not go away. When you change your mind, that means that you're still flexible and you're still wondering. But when you transform your thinking, oh boy, nothing stays the same. And the dark night of the soul is designed to break up and destroy those old systems that no longer work for you, because it is time for you to elevate to the next dimension of your life. So let's start from the beginning. I want you to ask yourself, who am I? Can you even answer that question? I remember last year, it was last year, I had gone through my separation divorce from my ex-husband, and I was getting my life together and starting things out, and I got a life coach. It was a free consultation, and I took advantage of it. It was a really good consultation, and I learned a lot. I didn't even actually end up needing her for coaching because she asked me one question, and that one question sent me on a journey. And here I am today based off of that one question, because I didn't have the answer to that question. I didn't have the answer, and I needed the answer. And that question was, who are you? Do you know who you are? Do you have an answer to this particular question? Many of us do not even know who we are. And that is one of the main reasons why the dark night of the soul comes into our lives, to show us who we really are. My mission of saving and transforming 1 million lives and transforming 1 million minds comes from the fact that my purpose is to allow people to see who they really are, through healing, through understanding, through love, through patience, through victory, so that they can know the truth of who they really are. And this particular event is definitely a foundational build for me to be able to teach that to other people. So drop below your answer to that question. Do you know who you are? Who are you? Tell me who you are. Let me see who you are. Who are you? Who are you? So many of us cannot even answer that question. Can you answer the question of who you are? So the dark night of the soul helps you to answer that question. It helps you to get an understanding, or at least begin to seek the understanding of what the answer is to that question. So there's a time where you need to be stripped. There's a time where you need to be purged. There's a beginning and an end to everything. And the dark night of the soul is the beginning and the end to that thing. So when you seek better for yourself, the dark night of the soul comes in, and it swoops itself to teach you what it is that you need to know. The question is, are you ready to handle it? So if your life is falling apart, like for me, I'll tell you this is just the last, well, I'll say from February, because I had my surgery in March. So January of last year, because I had COVID in January last year. So I had COVID in January last year. Really, really sick January, February, March. I had surgery on my elbow. April, my ex-husband, father of my first 4 kids, died. I actually, a few months after that, ended up divorcing my toxic ex-husband. And then shortly after that, losing my job. Shortly after that, having a car accident. Shortly after that, literally within weeks or days of all of these things. Between the divorce and everything else, weeks and days between. After that, somebody went in my bank account and robbed me of all my savings. After that, I had another car accident. All of this during this time with the pandemic and unemployment and blah, blah, blah. I was not getting any money and struggling to go through a lot of things. I thought it was some things that I needed to heal from, which it was. It ended up being that. But in addition to that, it was the dark night of the soul, removing everything. 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 Everything that was in my way, that was keeping me here from you today. That's what the dark night of the soul does. It kills all those false hopes. So I was hoping that my ex-husband and I would get back together. No, the dark night of the soul, kill that false shit. It's no. It kills all the false dreams. It gives you an understanding, a clear understanding of what it is that you need to be doing and how to do it. So the point of the dark night of the soul is to get you to be you, the natural you, the real you. It literally strips you of everything that does not belong. Everything. Everything that does not belong. The dark night of the soul strips you of it. Because it wants to really, truly get you to that place of emotional freedom, financial freedom, spiritual freedom, mental freedom. It wants to give you the most natural, the best version of yourself. And it can never do that if you still have toxic things in your life, toxic belief systems, and living in a fantasy world thinking that everything that you think is yours when it's really not. Or you think things are okay and they're really not. And you're living behind those relationships. I can honestly say now that I've healed and I've looked back at my situations, I've never wanted to be married. Or at least not to the ones I was with. Never wanted to be with any of those men. What I really was looking for was the things that they had that I wanted, and what they were looking for me were the things that I had that they wanted. But what I really wanted, because I knew none of them were worth it or worthy of it, but I was really hiding behind the fact that I didn't think that I could do it. So I needed a scapegoat, and I needed some people that were perfect for me to blame my failures on. And I had to be honest with myself and admit that. And I can admit that. The men that I chose, based off of the belief, the false belief that I was stupid. And I don't know if you know, but my father called me the dumbest child in the world when I was 12, and it took me 30 years to get over that. So all of the decisions that I made were based subconsciously, were always based off of the fact that I was dumb. So what was the dumbest thing I could do? Hide behind somebody even stupider than me? No offense, but, or someone who I knew was a perfect scapegoat. Perfect. And when I went through that last divorce and COVID hit and it exposed me and everybody else, I had to realize and accept. Because now the question was to myself, who is the bum ass motherfucker now? And excuse my language, but I really had to tell myself that. And that's when it clicked. I needed to step my game up because I didn't have anything to hide behind anymore. I was exposed. I was in my most vulnerable state. But I made it through. And the dark night of the soul came in. And as I started to understand what the dark night of the soul was, I started to see things from a different perspective. I started to believe things differently. And I started to feel things much differently. My life changed. Granted, I'd still struggle like a mug. And things still challenged me. But guess what? That's life. And I am no different than anybody else, and I understand that now. But I also have an understanding and a clarity of a sense of who I really am. And because I know who I am, I can answer that question now. I can get through anything. And that's what the Dark Night Soul does for you. Again, it destroys all of those karmic connections to toxicity. It steals you away from all of those things that you do not belong to. And it kills those false beliefs about yourself. So those being molested as a kid, or being raped, or your parents divorcing, or being abandoned as a child, or being neglected, or whatever it is that make you think that you're not worthy of love or that you're not good enough. The dark night of the soul comes to kill those negative thoughts. So when I do my tarot cards, this is a representation of the death card in tarot. The death card in tarot represents you putting to death those things that no longer serve you. People often think that tarot is satanic or whatever, but it's really not. It's just a reflection of what the energy is within the time that you're going through of your life. And the cards represent the energy that the universe wants you to know. Those things that you do not understand, that you need to further explore. That's why when you get a tarot reading, and this is with me, I don't know about any other reader, but when you get a tarot reading with me, those things that resonate with you, you can dig deep into them because you know emotionally that they are talking to you. And the tarot card is just there to present to you as affirmation that this is something that you need to deal with. So again, in the tarot deck, the death card represents putting to death those things that no longer serve you. So if you're interested in getting a tarot reading from me, I am extending my offer to you guys in this group for $9.99. They're normally $25, but you're going to get a tarot reading for $9.99. So if you're interested in getting a tarot reading, definitely drop hashtag tarot reading, and then I'll get the information for you. And you can also register for a tarot reading on that same website that I have. If you do want to get that $9.99 tarot reading, definitely let me know, and I will, actually I'll drop the code right now. Okay, so you can go on my website, www.bodycreamsandthings.com. And on there, there's a code that I gave you on here, Tarot Deal 25, where you're going to get your tarot reading for $9.99. So you can go ahead and register for a tarot reading. And then after that, then I will get your information, send you a date of when, or you send me some dates that are good for you. If you just want me to do the reading with you on the phone, you would have to schedule an appointment on my other website. Or if you just want me to go ahead and do the tarot with you intuitively, or do the tarot reading intuitively and send the results to you, then I can do that as well. That's definitely up to you. To get a reading with me on the phone, however, you can email me. Okay, so you can email me at CoachTanya2020@gmail.com. And in the subject line, you will put tarot reading appointment. And from there, I will go ahead and give you some dates. We can match our dates up, and then we can get that tarot reading done for you for that as well. And inside the tarot reading, you will get insight on, inside the tarot reading, you will get insight on what it is that is really going on around you and how you can see your way through it energetically. So you're going to put aside your emotions, you're going to put aside your false beliefs, you're going to put aside religious beliefs, all of those things. The things that your mama told you, your daddy told you, your grandma told you, all of those things will be put aside. Those dogmatic beliefs will be put aside. And you will see the energy behind what's going on and what you can do from there. So with this Dark Night of the Soul, it is definitely a time for you to start looking deeply into your life, what's really going on. And that's the reason, one of the main reasons why I offer the tarot reading to those who are exploring through the Dark Night of the Soul, because the tarot reading, again, helps you to get the energy of what's going on. And the Dark Night of the Soul reveals the hidden truths that have been tucked away for far too long about you. So with those two together, you can definitely step into the realm of your life purpose and begin to see, you can begin to see what it is that you need to be doing. You can begin to become empowered, because with knowledge, there's power. With truth, there's knowledge and power. So when you have the truth, when you have knowledge and you understand what it is that you need to do, then you can become empowered with what it is that you need to do and make the steps that you need to make. Everything in your life served a purpose. So know that whatever it is that you've experienced, it was intended for a reason. So you shall never let that be a setback. It should never be something that stops you or hinders you, because it was meant for it to happen the way it happened, and now it's meant for you to resolve it in a manner that's going to prevent it from happening to others, or if it happens to others, how they can get through it. We oftentimes don't even realize that the things that we've been through, that they are lessons for us or tests for us to be testimonies to other people. Even just telling your story. You don't have to create a workshop or create a business or become a life coach or anything, but just simply telling your story. Perfect example, yesterday, I actually did my book release party for my newly released book, which is number 1, by the way. Fabulous authors that co-wrote the book under the publishing company. So it is written. Wonderful woman, Tanita. Oh man, it was so freaking awesome. But because I went through the Dark Night of the Soul, I was able to manifest. And this is book number 3. And I actually completed another book I don't have that one right here, but I actually completed another book called My Secret Life. My Secret Life actually talks about my secret life in domestic violence relationship. This particular book talks about me keeping hushed and quiet about a sexual abuse experience as a kid. But the things that I experienced in my life, I didn't let them stop me. Even though they had me to my knees and I was ready to give up, I couldn't. And when this book came to me to write, I didn't want to write it, but I realized while writing it, it was definitely the icing on my cake. So if you're interested in getting this wonderful book, and again, it's #1 bestseller, international, we've sold internationally. Yesterday we had our Zoom party. It was over 100 people there from different countries, different cities, different states outside of Detroit. I'm from Detroit, Michigan. Tanita and a few of other of us, I think, are from Detroit. But there were women from all over the world on that video, on that Zoom, on that private link, looking for answers, wanting to know how to deal with their sexual abuse or their rape. And again, because I didn't let what happened to me as a kid destroy me, I no longer have to hush. I no longer have to hush. I no longer have to have a secret life. I no longer have to do those things because I am confident in who I am. I'm loving the skin that I'm in. And I am feeling fabulous, darling. And you can do the same thing if you take those steps of understanding what the dark night of the soul is, because that's what I did. Understanding what the dark night of the soul is and walking in that truth. So what is it that you want? What is it that you want? Drop below what it is that you want. What is it that you need? If you could get anything in this world, whatever it is, the one thing, the two things, the three things, the 10 things, whatever it is that you need, what would it be for you to transition and finally change? What do you need? Is it money? Is it love? Is it hope? Is it victory? What is it? For me, it was just the ability for the universe to show me that I was on the right track and to confirm that it had not forgotten me. That's what I needed. Because when I got in those toughest times, that's all I needed to get through. That's all I needed to get through. So drop your answers below. What is it that you need that's going to elevate you to the next dimension of your life? It's time to start thinking about those things that play a key factor in your mindset and the way you shift and moved. And of course, I know it's a challenge because nobody changes overnight, because nothing happened to you overnight. It takes time, but it also takes dedication. And it also takes you surrendering to the process. As long as you surrender to the process and you're patient with yourself and you're forgiving, you'll be fine. You'll definitely make it through. So the dark night is definitely your guide, your soul's guide. It has been leading you all of your life. We oftentimes ignore it, but granted, it leads you to where you need to be. So that is why all of those things in your life that did not work out, they had to go, because the dark night of the soul has instructions from your creator, remember, to take you where you need to be. And those things that you lost, those people that you lost, those jobs that you lost, those illnesses that you had to overcome, those battles that you had to defeat, they were all part of your soul's mission. So never mind your ego, your emotions, any of those things. All your soul knows. Your soul knows what it is that it needs for it to achieve its purpose. And that's the dark night of the soul. So that is all I have for today as far as talking about the dark night of the soul. If there are any questions, drop them below. If there are no questions, then that is all I have for today. And I will definitely see you guys at another time and another place. And I am excited to be able to offer those $25 gift cards to you guys. I definitely want you to try out my products because they are definitely life-changing. I'll be doing my reveal. If you're interested in joining my group, drop that below as well, because I'll be doing my reveal for this week. I do a reveal every Wednesday at 2 p.m. and I also do my live shopping on Facebook Live every Saturday at 2 p.m. I'll also be doing some pop-up shops that are coming at my home. In addition to that, some home shopping day events as well. My first home shopping event is actually July 17th at 3 o'clock. So if you're interested in that, let me know. Will you come to my home? I invite you. We have wine and cheese, light refreshments. I'll have a display of all my products where you can sit down and purchase what it is that you want. You can try the things that you want to try before you buy, of course, and ask all of those questions that you want to hear. So again, I know this is not about the skincare that I'm talking about because it's the dark night of the soul, but I'm just letting you know my progression through my dark night of the soul and all of the exciting things that I'm doing in my life because I was able to get through the dark night of the soul. So I'm just an example for you to see how it works. So again, thank you for joining me today. Drop your information below. Since there are no questions, I don't see any questions. Thank you for joining me. I appreciate it. Thank you for allowing me to come into your heart, into your home, and to teach you. It is definitely my pleasure to serve you. And I, beloved, will see you on the other side. Thank you so much and have a great day. Bye.